Welcome to the Bogart Effect, a wealthy wisdom podcast. Please see important disclosure information at the end of the presentation.
But as you touched on, James, as time evolves, I want to kind of lean on you for some advice on, I have my perspective of being, kind of new to the industry, fresh out of college. How did these strategies evolve over time in your 30s, 40s, 50s?
You're not fresh out of college anymore.
It feels like
you can't hold that forever. They do change, and I do think that it comes back to the priorities that you as an individual or household have. And for example, I mentioned my kids. Well, all of a sudden that was a new goal that got created that then became not only are kids a cash flow drain, but then saving for their education also is a cash flow drain, right? So that's an example of now I had a new non-qualified account that I was then making monthly contributions or annual contributions into just to be able to accomplish that goal. Mm-hmm. And I think this is where coming back to having that plan and understanding, goals-based planning is very, very important. It can't just be around cash flows. It has to be understanding where is the prioritization of said goal, because they will evolve over time. What I typically, especially I start meeting someone who's fresh out of college, I have to impose really what my perspective is, which, candidly is they need to be prioritizing retirement savings first. I come back to everybody's chipping away at that same dollar, right? And it's hard because you want to still have a life. We jokingly will say the financial planner and us will have you work till you're 80, you die at 81, the plan's going to work great. But we'll also have you save every dollar you make and leave nothing left to live. And, that's not life, right? Mm-hmm. So making sure that we're aligning goals. And also give another one. I know you and I personally have talked about this, but as I got married, everything changed. And I mean that in the most loving way, but we went from, I would almost just say selfishly, the things that were important to me to now having a partner to making sure that I was aligning there. And that then adjusted what needed to be saved. And then we made the decision for my wife to not have to work any longer. That was a goal that was important to us, right? So that was one where I would say that knowing the situation of each respective household, and especially as you're getting married, that's a pivotal life one. Then you have kids, there's another pivotal life one. Inheritance, that's another one. Managing situational things that come up. But I still stay rooted in that 3 core buckets. And I'll speak to me personally.
The previous presentation by Bogart Wealth was intended for general information purposes only. No portion of the presentation serves as the receipt of or as a substitute for personalized investment advice from Bogart Wealth or any other investment professional of your choosing. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that future performance of any specific investment or investment strategy or any other non-investment related or planning services, discussion, or content will be profitable, be suitable for your portfolio or individual situation, or prove successful. Neither Bogart Wealth's investment advisor registration status nor any amount of prior experience or success should be construed that a certain level of results or satisfaction will be achieved if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Bogart Wealth is neither a law firm nor accounting firm, and no portion of its services shall be construed as legal or accounting advice. No portion of the podcast content should be construed by a client or prospective client as a guarantee that he or she will experience a certain level of results if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Copies of Bogart Wealth's current written disclosure brochure and Form CRS discussing our advisory services and fees are available upon request or at www.bogartwealth.com.